Hello everyone. In today's topic, we are going to discuss about the nervous tissue. So types of tissues. There are four main types of tissues, each with subtypes. They are epithelial tissue or epithelium, connective tissue, muscle tissue and nervous tissue. So far we are discussing about the tissues and its types, and we already discussed about the epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscle tissue, and this is the last one, that is the nervous tissue. So far if you have not seen about these topics, you can just visit my channel and you can watch all these ones. And nervous tissue. It is a system that controls the body movements, sends and carries signals to and from the different parts of the body, and has a role in controlling the bodily functions such as digestion. So this nervous tissue, in this nervous tissue, it controls the body movements. So movements, everything, whatever movements we do in our body, it's because of this nervous tissue and its nervous system, which sends and carries signals to and from different parts of the body. So through signals, the body movements are being performed. So from this nervous tissue, signals are going to different parts of the body, and from different parts of the body, signals are being transmitted to this nervous tissue. So these two and from different parts are performed through this nervous tissue and has a role in controlling the bodily function. So some bodily functions are being controlled, and the nervous tissue is the one which is such as digestion. For example, I given digestion. So many bodily functions are being controlled by this nervous tissue. So two types of tissues are found in the nervous system: the excitable cells and the non-excitable cells. So two types of tissue the tissues are classified, nervous tissues classified into two. They are excitable and the non-excitable. So excitable cells, these are called neurons, and they initiate, receive, conduct and transmit information. So the neurons are called as the excitable cells. So this is the one which initiate the signals and which receive the signals and conduct and the transmission from one neuron to the other. Everything is happening because of this excitable cell, that is the neuron. So here you can see this is a neuron. And non-excitable cells, also called as the glial cells, these support the neuron. So here you can see the neuroglial cells. So many structures are being present. So these are called as the glial cells, which supports the neuron. So these glial cells, the pictures are here. They are the epidermal cells, oligodendrocytes, satellite cells, Schwann cells, microglia and astrocytes. So these are the glial cells, which is also called as the non-excitable cells, which supports the neurons. So now we are going to see what is neuron, that is the excitable cell. Neurons are cells. So we saw that it's an excitable cell which can transmit signals called nerve impulses or action potentials. Signals are called as the nerve impulses or action potentials. In neurons, action potential is present which carry electrical impulses, and it can rise and fall quickly. So the the action potential or the nerve impulses are in the form of the electrical impulses, and it can rise and fall quickly. So for example, if you are thinking that a dog is just chasing you, you just run away from that place. So at that time, the electrical impulses will be rising, so that you feel some rise in your body, no? So that is because of this nervous neurons. And the fall is happening once you are in a safe place. You will be feeling some relaxed, and your bodily movements will be reduced. So at that time, this neurons is the one which helps in the electrical impulses to rise and fall very quickly. Just in a span of second, you will just change whatever functions you do in a body. So the action potential can transmit signals from one neuron to other. So here you can see this is the axon of previous neuron. So mainly the structure of the neuron is from this part to this part. Okay, this is the structure of a neuron, proper structure of a neuron. So this is a previous neuron, and this is a new neuron attached to it. So like it will be like a chain-like formation where the neurons are attached to each and every part of the neuron is being attached. So here what you see is the previous neuron axon which is being attached, and is a synapse. Synapse is the place where one neuron is connected to the other. Here the synapse is being formed, here a synapse is being formed. So in this part, synapse is a place where both of the neurons get connected. That part is called as the synapse. And this is neuron cell body. The center one is the nucleus, and the signal-like projection are called the dendrites. And the electrical signals are carried through the axon. Axon is the one which is the continuation of this neuron cell body. This is the axon. So the red color one which is being covered is called as the myelin sheet. That is a coverage that provides an insulation. We will see in the further topic. That is the which provides an insulation, and the middle part is the axon. The myelin sheet is the one which covers the axon. So that is the one. And these are the axon tips. And the dendrites, the same one, whatever we have seen, dendrites, everything. So this is a continuation process. So through this only, the action potential can transmit signals from one neuron to the other. How? Through this, it is being connected, no? So one neuron to the other, the signals are being transported. So nervous tissue is formed of neurons, which is also called as nerve cells. The neurons are also called as the nerve cells. And the nervous tissue, that is also neuroglial cells. So now we are going to see in the neuroglial cells, the cells in the nervous tissue. The 4 types of neuroglia found in the central nervous system. So there are in our nervous system there are 2 types, mainly central nervous system and the PNS, that is the peripheral nervous system. So the central nervous system there are 4 types of cells, and in the peripheral nervous system there are 2 types of cells. So the central nervous system consists of the astrocytes, microglial cells, epidermal cells, and the oligodendrocytes. These are the 4 types of cells found in the central nervous system. The central nervous system has the brain and the spinal cord. So these are the central nervous system cells. And the neuroglial cells are found in the peripheral nervous system are the satellite and the Schwann cells. So here you can see there is the microglia. This is the one, the microglia. And I told you, no, the middle part is called the axon. So here you can see the yellow color one, that is the axon. This is the myelin sheet that is being, here you can see the myelin sheet, which is being covered by which is covering the axon, that is called as the myelin sheet. And this is the oligodendrocyte, which is connecting both the axon, that is called the oligodendrocyte, synapse, where 2 neurons are being joined, that part is called as the synapse. This is the astrocyte, which is providing a physical support, so dendrites. So these are the things. So in this picture, you can see the satellite cells and Schwann cells. So whatever pictures I can give my best, I have taken it. So you can see everything in a single picture. You can see all the structures in a single picture. So glial cells and its types. The neuroglia or the glial cells. The glial cells also called as neuroglia, are the cells that support the neurons, supply them with nutrients, and get rid of pathogens such as bacteria and the dead cells. So, this glial cells, which helps to supply the neurons with nutrients. So, for everything it needs some nutrients, no? So, these nutrients are being provided by this glial cells and get rid of pathogens such as bacteria and the dead cells. So, if there is some infections or something, the pathogens will be entering the body, no? So at that time when it is attacking the neuron, these glial cells are the one which helps in providing the immunity against this, which fight against this neurons. So the glial cells are the one. They also form insulation between the neurons, so the electrical signals do not get crossed. So some insulation, that is some protection which is being present in the neuron, so that the electrical signals do not get overcrossed. When there is no need, that won't be get crossed. And also aid in the formation of synaptic connections between the neurons. So synaptic connection. So synaptin, when two neurons are get joined, not only 2 neurons. Here you can see there is a synaptic connection which is happening by this oligodendrocyte, which is giving a synaptic connection. So that is called the synaptic connection. When 2 are getting connected, that is called as the synaptic connection. So this is mainly happening also by the glial cells. So there are several types of neuroglia. In first one we are going to see about the astroglial cells, also called as astrocytes. Here you can see this is the astrocytes. Are star-shaped cells, and they are found in the brain and the spinal cord. We saw that it is found in the central nervous system. The central nervous system is mainly comprises of the brain and the spinal cord. So they are given that it is found in the brain and the spinal cord. They provide nutrients to the neurons and maintain an ion balance. So it needs some nutrients, no? So it needs an ion balance. Everything is being needed. So it is mainly given by this astrocytes or the astroglial cells. And remove excess neurotransmitters from the synaptic cleft, which is not needed. So when there is no need of some neurotransmitters which is not needed is being present, it is being removed by this astrocytes. So here you can see this being attached to the capillaries. So the ions, whatever the nutrients which is needed by the neurons, it is being transmitted from this capillary to the neuron, and whatever which is not needed, which is being again transmitted from this astrocyte. So this is the mainly helping the neurons with the nutrients and the ions. And the epidermal cells, also found in the central nervous system. Yeah, as we have seen, it is found in the brain and the spinal cord. There are two types of epidermal cells. They are non-ciliated epidermal cells form the CSF, while the ciliated epidermal cells help the cerebrospinal fluid to circulate. So here you can see which is being flattened and no cilia are being present. So this is a non-ciliated which is being flat, and it helps in the formation of the CSF, that is the cerebrospinal fluid which is needed by the brain and the spinal cord. So this is the one which forms the CSF, and this is the cilia one which helps in the circulation of the CSF. So cerebral spinal fluid cushions the brain and the spinal cord. So what is the main use of cerebral spinal fluid? It forms a cushion, it forms a protection, it forms a it acts as a shock absorber for the brain and the spinal cord. That is the main function of this epidermal cells. Oligodendrocytes. You might feel that it is very short, but what my thought is, I'm just giving as a review. So these are the points, important points you have to keep in mind, and you have to write in an exam point of view. So that's why my points are being very short and precise. So if you need any further things about this topic, you just refer your books and the internet. So many references are being there. So you just refer and you just add up to this point. But these are the points that are very important. So I'm just giving it in an exam point of view. I'm just giving. So oligodendrocytes are found in the central nervous system, as you have seen. It's found in the brain and the spinal cord. They provide a physical support to the neurons. So these are the one which provides a physical support. How? You can see, as you can see, the oligodendrocytes which are attaching the two neurons. You can see here physical support is being provided by this oligodendrocyte. In central nervous system, neurons are covered with myelin sheet. So as you have seen, neurons are covered with some myelin sheet around them. The myelin sheet is a fatty substance as it wraps around the axon of some neurons. So you can see this is the axon. The yellow color one which is being continued is the axon. So this is the blue color one is the myelin sheet which is being covering the axon. So this is the one which provides the axon. The myelin sheet is the one which provides the insulation. So axon which sheet will provide electrical insulation. So this is the one electrical insulation, electrical protection which is being. So when the signals are being wanted to be transferred from this to this only, and at that time the signals are being just protected and insulated by this myelin sheet. So this is the main function of this oligodendrocyte, which is also providing a physical support and connection to this neurons. So this is the oligodendrocyte. And the microglial cells. So you might be thinking we are discussing about so many things. So we are found in the central nervous system. What are the central nervous system cells? Astrocytes, the star-shaped cells, the microglial cells. Now we are going to see about this microglial cells. The epidermal cells, the ciliated and the non-ciliated, the oligodendrocytes, that is the which provides this support, physical support, that is the oligodendrocytes. So now we are going to see about this microglial cells. So microglial cells are also called as microglia. They are small macrophage cells in the CNS. So they are very small macrophage cells in the CNS. Here you can see this is the microglia. So this is CNS. They are small macrophage cells. Macrophages which protects against the infection disease. So that is the one. They protect against the disease by engulfing the pathogens through phagocytosis. What is phagocytosis? It's called the cell eating. So when a body is being detected with some pathogens, the microglia starts engulfing the pathogens and it just destroys it. So the neurons are being protected. So the microglia can destroy the infected neurons and can promote the regrowth of the neurons. So whenever the neurons are being infected, it will just destroy it and promote the regrowth of the neurons. All the types of neuroglia are found above or larger, and they are collectively called as macroglia. So these all other cells which are being found are collectively called as macroglia. So far what we have seen is about the central nervous system cells. They are the astrocytes, microglia, epidermal and the oligodendrocytes. So now we are going to see about the peripheral nervous system cells, that are the satellite cells and the Schwann cells. So now the Schwann cells are found only in the peripheral nervous system. The Schwann cells form the myelin sheets around the neurons. So we saw that a myelin sheet which is being protecting the axon, which provides insulation. This Schwann cells is the one which helps in the formation of this myelin sheet. So neurons which are myelinated can conduct electrical impulses faster than the non-myelinated. So whatever neurons which is having this myelin sheet will which transmit electrical impulses faster than the non-myelinated. Non-myelinated which is not having this myelin sheet. So here what you see is the Schwann cell which is being present in this myelin sheet. So this is the complete structure of the myelin sheet. It has a nucleus in it, that the Schwann cells. And whenever the myelin sheet is a formation, it will be just like this. It is the axon. When starting, it will be like this. It has a nucleus in it, and starting, it will be like this. And afterwards, it complete. Whenever it is being finished, it is having a full, complete structure. It just completely covers the axon and provides an insulation. This is the Schwann cell. Last one is the satellite cells. They are small, round cells as well as flattened cells. Where you can see here, this is small, round cells and the flattened cells, which is found in the ganglion of the peripheral nervous system. This is the ganglion of the peripheral nervous system where this satellite cells are being attached. This is the axon. This ganglion is attached to the spinal cord. It is being attached to this satellite cells are being attached. The main function of the satellite cell is to protect the neuron cell body and helps in providing a physical support. It provides a physical support in just providing a protection to this neuron cell body, the peripheral ganglion neuron cell body. It just provides a protection. That is the main function of this satellite cells. So thank you so much. So this is our nervous tissue. So we have seen about the excitable and the non-excitable cells. And next topic is about the nervous system. So we will see discuss about the central nervous system, peripheral nervous system, everything, autonomic, everything we will discuss in detail. So I have done this video also in Tamil. If you want, if you have any suggestions, just have a look on it. And if you have any queries, please comment. And I've just made a small change in my blog, that I've made it into a learning module, so that you can just see that, look into that and just take the notes. So don't have to review my videos and slides, so that it will be very hard for you. So I've just made it into a learning module. Just have a look, and thank you for everything.